Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hello, if you're new here, I hope you're all doing very well and having a fabulous day. As you can see, I am not in my regular... I swear, why did people start drilling and stuff when I start to film? Okay, I'm just going to talk over whoever's bloody doing their garden clearly or whatever they're doing and hope for the best that you guys can just block it out and that my annoying voice can talk over it. But yeah, what are we thinking about being on the bed? The reason why I don't plan to make this permanent, but the reason why I'm filming here is because just my desk is a bit messy and I couldn't really be bothered to tidy up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tidy up after I film this. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of cute, I think. The only thing that really bugs me, and I keep looking in the viewfinder because it is really annoying, is that as you can probably tell, my bed is not symmetrical to the window because it doesn't fit. Like when we moved in, we were gonna get a double bed, but then we decided, okay, let's get a king size bed because Jamie's fat ass takes up the whole bed and my dangly legs take up the whole bed. Like, it just doesn't work. So that is really annoying. But let me know, because I feel like this is kind of a vibe, you know. If I get cute little fairy lights, got my little diffuser, then let me know if we like it like this. Anyway, today's video we are going to be doing a renting advice video. Now, I have already filmed one. I filmed one when I first moved in, which was about 6 months ago, but boy has more bills popped up, more things that I've learned, just so much. So I thought it would be a really nice idea to kind of do like a little update, things that I wish I knew before I moved in, and yeah, just a general kind of like a part 2. I will link the video that I first made down below, because I'm not going to talk about like how to start renting, like what you need to do, where you need to go, like things like that. Like the very first steps. I will link that all down below because I have mentioned everything like that in that video. But really what this video is going to be is how we're finding it 6 months after, bills, and yeah, just a little bit of advice really. I do just want to warn, I am going to be talking about money. Listen, I'm an open book, okay? I know that money can be a bit of a taboo subject, but for me, I've never really understood it, because how else are we meant to learn and, you know, grow our knowledge if we don't talk about taboo subjects, you know? So I am going to be talking about bills and how much we pay. If that's not for you, then click off, don't watch it, because I am going to be talking about money. Obviously, a little disclaimer, I'm not saying it because I am bragging. I'm really not doing it because of that. I just want to, you know, give you guys a clear understanding of how everything costs, how much everything costs, because I know when I was kind of watching or looking up things on YouTube, there wasn't much out there that said, okay, this is how much your council tax is going to cost and this is how much, you know, your water bill could cost. So I am going to go. So I need to stop fidgeting. That's the one thing that is going to be so annoying in the bed, is just I'm like such a fidget person. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight onto it. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you find it informative. And yeah, let's get straight onto it. Okay, so to start off the video, I just wanted to do a bills recap. Like I said, I've already made a video when I first moved in about bills, but more bills have popped up and more things like that I didn't have back when I first moved in. So I thought it'd be nice now to kind of do a little update, because there's been more bills, and yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of give you guys a little bit of an understanding. Okay, bill number 1 that we have is obviously the rent. Now, we pay a total of £975 a month for a 2-bedroom masonette in, actually I'm not going to say my location, I'm literally about to say where I live, but I'm not going to do that. All you need to know is we are within the M25, so I think when you kind of live, I don't live near London, but I kind of do, but I think when you live kind of around the M25, it is hella pricey. It's so expensive. Like, honestly, even to buy a house around here, it's so expensive. But actually, for what we've got, I think £975 is really good. So yeah, obviously we spend £975 a month on rent. This can really vary obviously where you live, how many bedrooms you've got, if you can barter with the landlords. 9 times out of 10 they won't bring it down. I mean, ours was meant to be £1,000 a month, but we did get it down to 975. But yeah, that's the rent. Rent is always going to be a hefty sum, not hefty sum, but well, yeah, hefty sum. Obviously that's going to be your probably biggest bill. But yeah, that's how much we pay for rent. And then you have your council tax. Now again, this really varies from where you live, how old your building is, how many bedrooms you've got, the size of your property. So for us, we pay £143 a month. You can opt to go for a 10-month option, which is basically you pay 10 months, a little bit more, and then you have the next 2 months almost not free, but you don't pay anything for the next 2 months, or you can split it between 12 months and it will be more cheaper. But we just went for the 10 months, and then when it comes to May and June, or June and July, we just won't pay any council tax. You then have your gas and electric. Now we had a complete faff. In fact, I think after I filmed that renting video is when we just had a complete, oh my god, we had so much problems with the electric. I'm not going to get into it because I don't even really understand myself. But yeah, we just had a complete mess with the electric. Anyway, we pay for gas and electric. So our gas is actually on a top-up card. Now I absolutely love that, because you can just go at the start of every month and put however much you want to put on there, and then you put it in your gas boiler, or whatever it's called, gas root meter. And electric, we also pay for how much we use. I am really thankful that that is how ours has turned out, because I know a lot of people pay direct debit, and then at the end of the year they will get either a bill that says, oh, we owe you this much, or a bill that says, okay, you owe us this much. Whereas us, we literally just pay for what we use. Now our electric really varies. Obviously, so this month I actually just got our bill for this month, and it's £34. Now that's the most expensive since we've been here. Usually it's about £28, but obviously you've got to take into consideration and different factors, such as it's winter, so you might use lighting a little bit more in the evening. I was also on furlough for last month, so I was at home pretty much, you know, all the time. Jamie was also on furlough a little bit before me. Actually no, he wasn't. No, it's just me, sorry. I was just on furlough. And also we have started up our business where we sell wax melts and candles. So we've been using like the fan extractor a lot. So that's the only thing that I can really say why ours is a little bit more expensive this month, because £34 for just us two, I think is quite expensive, especially when we've had months where it's just been £28. And I know that's only a 6-month difference, but that's 6 months at £6 difference can, you know, add up. So yeah, we literally pay electric, I would say on average £30. Let's say average £30 a month. And then like I said, our gas card we just top up. Now in the summer, gas was not expensive. Gas was not expensive at all. Gas, we were probably going through about 50p a day, which I don't know my maths, but I don't know, we usually top up £20 a month in the summer. Now I would say we probably use £1, £1.50. Again, it's winter, we always have the heating on because it's flipping cold and I'm over it. And also we make candles and wax melts again, so we need the hob for that a lot of times. So our gas is literally is flying. So gas we probably spend during the winter months, again, another £30 I'd probably say. Winter is always going to be expensive because you're using more electric and you're using more heat gas. so you're always going to pay a lot more in winter than you are in summer. Okay, so what have we done? We've done rent, council tax, gas, electric. What else have we got? Water. Okay, water. We pay our water every 6 months, so we just got our water bill through. Now, I was really umming and ahhing, not umming and ahhing, but I was concerned that it was going to be really, really high because your girl loves baths, okay? I'm just lazy. I'm really lazy. I just like a good old bath and just lie down, you know, rather than just stand up all the time. So I thought like, oh my god, our water bill is going to be so much. But actually it weren't too bad. So our water bill came through in February and it was £168, which for 6 months, what does that work out? Let me do my maths, hold on. So 168 divided by 6, £28. Okay, I think that's actually quite a lot. Okay, that's actually kind of a lot, because when I first paid for our first month that we moved in, I only paid £11, and then I paid every 6 months after that. So we've gone up £17. Oh, I just bit my lip. That really hurt. Again, water bill completely varies on you, how much you use. Like I said, I like a bath. I'm gonna stop that now that I've realised it's £28 a month. See, this is the things you need to do. You actually need to work out and actually get it in your head, like how much you're spending, because I didn't even really think about that. But yeah, £168 for 6 months is our water bill. You then have your TV license. Now, don't do what I did. I hate the TV man isn't watching me, or whoever comes and collects the TV license or whatever checks it. But don't do what I did, because I thought I could get away with not paying a TV license. Because I actually don't watch that much regular TV. I just watch The Chase at 5 o'clock every night. That's it. But when I first moved in, like, we were like, now we literally only watch Netflix. And then I remember one time I logged onto BBC iPlayer and I watched one episode of Waterloo Road, and I kid you not, it was just one episode. And a few days after that, I got a lovely letter in the post saying, if you do not pay for your TV license, we are going to take you to court and fine you £1,000. So I thought, oh shit, I better go and pay my TV license. So you won't get away with it. I mean, even if you watch ITV, BBC, which I don't know if it's ITV, I think it's just BBC, but you won't get away with it. Just pay it. I actually can't remember how much it was, but I did pay for the full year. Okay, I don't know how much I paid for a year. I'll pop it on the screen when I find out, because I can't find it on the phone, but I think it was about £100. But for a whole year, it's not too bad, and it's just one of those bills that you just gotta suck up. Like, don't try and get your way around it like I did. I generally thought I would get away with it, and I didn't. And when I saw that letter, I was like, whoops, I better pay it. And now actually, you know, it's given me the freedom to watch actual TV and BBC. Like, I'm watching Line of Duty on BBC, and if I didn't have that TV license, I wouldn't have found my new favourite series. Another bill you've got to take into consideration, and again, it's entirely up to you how much you spend, and that's food. Food. Let me tell you, food's expensive. When me and Jamie were planning out how much we actually can afford, we obviously took food into consideration, and Jamie was aiming for about £200 a month, and I was saying, Jamie, like, we're not going to spend that amount, you know, don't be so daft. But no, he went wrong. Food is expensive. Obviously it depends how much you buy. If you're not crafty, but if you're, you know, good at budgeting. I'm not. I am still learning. Like, I'm actually still learning, but food is expensive. We on average probably spend about £150, which I'm trying to lower that, but it's just hard. It is really hard because, you know, we gotta eat, and I like to eat good food, so yeah. So all together, let's calculate how much we roughly spend. So our rent is £975, our council tax is £143, gas and electric I'm gonna say is about £60 for winter. Let's base it off winter. do we do the water bill? Yeah, let's do the water bill. £168. Let's just say my TV license was 100. Food is about 150. Is that it? I think that's it. I might be missing something, but altogether I've worked out that's about 139. What? Where am I getting that from? £159. 100. What the hell? I actually can't read. So altogether that's come to £1,596, which is kind of, it's expensive when you think about it. So like I said, I didn't want to just do that bit to brag. I actually want to give you guys a clear idea, because no one told me that when I was moving in. and I really want everyone, like, if you're considering moving out, buying a house or renting, you know, to know how much you can afford, because you don't want to move in and think, oh my god, like I can't even afford any of this. Also, actually I'm gonna talk about that in a bit later on in the video, but yeah, that's just how much kind of it costs. Obviously that's not monthly. I don't pay for that's included with the TV license and also the water bill. So probably monthly we probably spend about 1,300, and that's like an extra £400 bills, you know. So never mind your rent, it's the bills that are the sneaky ones that make the price go up and up and up. Okay, so what I want to do now is give you 5 things that I wish I knew before I moved in. Hopefully it will help you guys. You know, if there's any questions that you might be wondering, I can answer. I have written it down because I've got such a butterfly brain. Okay, number 1 is that furniture is expensive. So I have just told you guys about all the bills and all the rent and what I spend, or me and Jamie spend, but have you taken into consideration a bed, a sofa, a dressing table, a desk, a coffee table, your bedside tables, your decorations, your, you know, canvases on the wall? Have you taken into consideration of all of that? Your storage, everything. I kid you, I can't even tell you guys how much I think we spent. I don't know, but it was expensive. It was expensive. Now, you don't need to go and buy brand new items. Like, you don't. Facebook Marketplace is such a good little shop. I guess you call it a shop. It's not really a shop, but it's so handy if you want to save yourself so much money. These bedside tables, I've got one here and one there, literally good as new, so cute, so dainty, £10 each. Oh no, it wasn't, it was £10 for the both of them, which was amazing. And there's literally nothing wrong with them, you know, it's just someone that didn't want them. So don't, you know, go ahead and go straight for the most expensive stuff. I've learned that. I have learned that. You guys, if you followed me for a while, and before I moved in, I started a home Instagram account. I've stopped doing that, and I've stopped looking at other people's homes purely because I was finding there was a lot of pressure on making my home look like theirs, and I started spending a lot of money, and I had to realign with myself and think, Courtney, you don't need all that. Like, this is your first home, get used to it first, and then later on, if you buy your home, you know, you can go on to doing extravagant things like that. Like, I literally have the not bare necessities, the things that I need, and I don't need anything else, if that makes sense. Probably not. Number 2 is take size into consideration. One thing I wish I kind of thought about was, you know, it's all very well going into an empty room thinking, wow, this looks big. Like, when we came, or I came originally with my mum to view it, I thought, wow, this is so spacious. Now that we have our stuff in, it's shrunk about 90 times. It's honestly shrunk, and it's actually kind of small for us. And we have been umming and ahhing whether we move out this year. Probably not, because by the time, like, you pack everything, it's just a complete ag. We're probably going to be here for another year. But it is actually quite small now that we have all of our beds and stuff like that in it. So please, when you do go and view a house or wherever you're going to view an apartment, take size into consideration. Think about, you know, take a tape measure with you. I wish we did that. Take a tape measure with you, and if you already know your sizes of your bed, your dressing table, your wardrobes, things like that, then take a tape measure with you and measure out, you know, where everything's gonna go, because the last thing you want is to think like, wow, this room is so big, and then put all your furniture in and it's actually 10 times smaller, because that's kind of happened to us. And yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a perfect size for just us two, but now like we've obviously got our candles and stuff, and our stuff's just growing. Like, honestly, we've just got so much stuff that I kind of wish we had a little bit more of a bigger place. But yeah, take that into consideration. Number 3 is an important one, and I've learned from this lesson, and that is, don't be impulsive, because it can cost you a chunk out of your security deposit if you can't fix it. When we first moved in, me and my very good friend Charlie decided we'd take ourselves to the range and start decorating the place, and we started putting stuff on the walls. We had no idea how to put things on the wall, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We generally, I can't even, it's actually kind of embarrassing, but we literally just got a hammer and a screw and hammered a screw into the wall and literally hung a picture up, and we generally thought we were doing it correct. And then when I told my brother, he was like, what the hell? Like, he was like, okay, you need to take everything down, I'm gonna come around you, because you need to put wall plugs and stuff in. But the moral of the story is, don't do something unless you 100% know what you're doing. By the way, I did check with the landlord if we could put stuff on the walls, and he said, yeah, of course, like, as long as you can polyfiller it in. But I mean, that could have literally ripped the whole wall down, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's actually kind of scary to think about it. So I've always been impulsive. I mean, I've got a very impulsive trait, but that's something I've learned now. So don't be impulsive. Don't think like, oh, I'm gonna start decorating, doing this. Like, you've got to remember, yeah, it's your home, but you don't own it. It's not actually officially your house. It's your home, but it's not your house. And 2 or B is, if you don't know what you're doing, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Ask someone or revise and look up how to do things. Number 4 is food is expensive. I did touch on that in the bills. It is expensive. I'm not going to go into it too much. I am a bit of Tesco snob, I'm not gonna lie. I have gone to Aldi and Lidl since being here, but I just don't like the whole shopping experience at Aldi and Lidl's. It's just so cramped and I don't like it. So I'm more of a Tesco kind of gal, not gonna lie. So yeah, just be wary, and also always meal plan if you can. At the start of every week, I decide what we're gonna have for dinner, so I can, you know, write a shopping list and know exactly what I'm gonna get. That way I don't go out and just, you know, buy things for the sake of it. Number 5 is your priorities in terms of money has to be in order. When you look to go buy a house or when you look to go rent, kiss goodbye to your money, because believe me, you won't have any financial freedom. Like, you just won't. When I was living at home with my mum, I paid her rent, and so I should, because I've been working full-time ever since I was 17. But I would always be like, oh mum, like, got to give you my money that I work. But boy, little do you realise, when you actually start getting your own place, like, the rent that I used to pay my mum, I wish I could pay now. Like, wow, I had it so easy back then. So yeah, you have to get your priorities in order. I can't now just go out and decide like, oh, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree and spend £500. Like, you know, I can't, because I also need to make sure my bills are paid and things like that. But obviously, like I said, make sure you can afford where you're living so that you aren't short at the end of the month. Yeah, but yeah, make sure your priorities are in order. Okay everybody, I hope you guys have enjoyed. That is it. I hope that it's kind of helped you out a little bit, and and it's been a little bit informative. Again, I'm just going to keep saying this because I'm worried that someone's going to be like, oh, you're bragging. I'm not bragging, I'm just doing it for knowledge purposes and to help you guys out, and if anyone is looking to move out. And yeah, I hope you guys have found it informative. If you have any other questions, please let me know down below or DM me on Instagram. I often reply to my DMs on Instagram. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you have, and I forgot what I was going to say. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, as that means the absolute world to me, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye guys.